All right, Shalom. Want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. And shalom to all the Akim pushing this truth with sincerity. Coming back again with another video through the Spirit. And pretty much was just searching the scriptures, getting inspiration for a lesson today. And I stumbled across this Sirach 30, all right, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 30. Okay. And pretty much, when I was just briefly reading it, the inspiration came, basically at the parenting, here in America. Okay. And it's completely off. All right. And see, the thing is with the parenting here in America is, parents today try to make their child their friend. Okay. And that is something that is off. Okay. And, with that, being the case here in America, you now have a lot of degenerate children, disobedient children. All right. Children who have no respect for their parents. Okay. Children who are, completely, through in simple form, simple words. All right. They're completely off. Okay. And that is because the parenting isn't correct. All right. And like I said, now you have high prison rates, high jail rates. Okay. And, that's why you got, children who turn out the way they do today. All right. Because, the parents weren't right, and really, it goes both ways. The woman and the man, I'm going to say that it goes both ways, the woman and the man. Okay. Because you got a lot of men out here who are lacking, who don't take accountability. Okay. And then you have a lot of women who push away good men, and tend to try to raise children themselves. All right. And, that's off. All right. Because, they lack discipline. All right. That, they should receive from their father, etc. Okay. But I just wanted to read this chapter or a portion of this chapter. Okay. Because it says a lot. Okay. And it's pretty much a chapter that's coaching you on how, you should, raise your children, what you should do. All right. To make sure, they are raised correctly. All right. And, don't turn out how, these little nigglets do today. Okay. And, that's how I was raised, like, my parents, in the streets and all that, it was, of course I had respect for my parents and, acknowledged them. And, they taught me good things as well as bad things, and whatever, just through the grace of the Lord, receiving this truth now, I turned out decent, but, you see the flaws now that, I'm an older man, young man, 24. So you see, the flaws, and you see certain characteristics that you have taken on, based off of bad parenting or, your parents being your friends, etc. But anyways, let's get into the scriptures real quick. It's just gonna be a little quick hit through the Spirit. And that's it. Let's get to it. So this is Sirach 30 at the top. It says, "He that loveth his son causes him oft to feel the rod." All right. That he may have joy of him in the end. You see? Off to feel the rod. What is the rod? Pretty much. Let's look up the word rod. Okay, it's another lesson I got planned up, but let's lock it. Let's look up the word rod. Okay, real quick. Rod, a stick of wood, especially a straight cutting from a woody plant, stripped of twigs and having a particular purpose, walking stick, wand of office, instrument of punishment. You see? And that's what we're looking for. Instrument of punishment. Okay? And what does this do? All right. This rod is, pretty much what you do to get you out. You get your ass whooped. All right. But it says cause him oft to feel the rod. Let's look up the word oft. Again and again, many times, frequently. Okay. So it says he that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod. Right. Because what? That he may have joy of him in the end. Right. Because what? With, with that being said, you pretty much are disciplining your children. Okay. Acknowledging, when they're doing wrong. Okay. And when you often, give them, Shalak, and when you often cause the rod, to hit that behind. All right. Pause. Shalak, man. But when you whoop your children, let's get serious. When you whoop your children, man, you install discipline into them. You teach them wrong from right. Okay. And in turn, throughout the years and years of them being disciplined, they start to learn, okay, and understand, why they got their ass whooped. All right, pretty much. Okay, and it what's caused them it causes them to learn, okay? To learn manners, to learn respect, okay? To straighten them, all right? To chastise them so they are, in the long run, as adults, are taught and brought up correctly, okay? Verses 2, it says, he that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. Right, because what? With that being said, this child or this son, or daughter as well, okay, all right, is becoming learned, all right? He's being chastised. He's being taught. He's being corrected. He's learning what not to do and what to do, okay? And it all starts as a child. See, people think being a child is all about just having fun, okay, which, you have fun, but really, when you're a child, you're learning how to be an adult, okay? That's really what, childhood is bred to do, to teach you how to be an adult, because what? You spend most of your life as an adult, all right? As a man or a woman, as a grown man or a grown woman. All right, that's what most of your years are spent as. Okay, so when you chastise your children, you discipline your children, all right, young, okay, and installing, because what? Children are like sponges. They soak in things. All right, that's when you learn the most. All right, when you're a child, you see things, you take on certain traits, okay, and what that breeds you to the man or woman you will be as an adult. All right, that's why it's vital that you train up your children correctly. Matter of fact, let's get a precept. Train up a child. It's in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 22:6. It reads, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. You see? Let's read it in the NLT. It reads, direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. Right. So how do you direct your children? By chastising them, discipline them, all right? Putting the rod to their behind, all right? Correcting them, making sure they're in order, teaching them manners, teaching them respect, dignity, integrity, etc. Order, all right? Because what? As a child, you're bound to mess up because you're in a child-like mindset, okay? So you have to be chastised. Okay, correct it. All right, and sometimes you have to what? Spank them. All right, put the rod to their behind, and that's another thing that's lacking in the homes now. People don't want to whip their children, which you see that all stems from Esau Edom, because what? He pushes out laws, child abuse laws. You can't whip your children no more. You can't discipline them no more. You get child protective services, put on you and all that. when you simply trying to discipline your children. All right. So what? He got slapped upside the head with a pot, or a broom. I remember my mom. She'd take the broom handle and swap the hell out my back. Because I was a big boy growing up. And by the time I turned 8, 9, 10, whoopings, that was, I was, that wasn't nothing. I wasn't crying off of that. Even the broomsticks and all that either, the hangers, but even still, I still learn from it. You don't talk back to your mom. You don't talk back to your daddy. You don't do certain shit. All right, and like I said, as a grown man, you start to understand it. But like it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it. Right? Because as a child, that's when you learn. Okay. And when you often, all right, like it says, oft, again and again, all right, have to spank your children, discipline your children. What? It is now embedded in them. All right. And now they will carry that trait. All right. Or that lesson, from getting chastised, or getting spanked and whooped, whatever the case may be, until their adult life. Okay. Let's keep reading. Or I think I might jump down. But let's just keep reading. Verses 3, it says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Right, you see? And before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Right. When you train up your child correctly, like I said, it's grieveth the enemy. Okay, because what? If you don't, you pretty much destroy, the legacy. Okay? You see? You don't breed your children correctly, which that gives the enemy the upper hand. Okay, he doesn't have no sons to redeem him. He doesn't have no legacy. He's not, what I'm saying. See, like Esau Edom, just like how he got the so-called black, Latino, and Native American families now, all split up, divided, etc. So he's rejoicing at the state of us, because what? Our people are all the way through. Okay? There isn't no respect. There isn't no order. There isn't no unity, amongst the families now. Okay? And that just gives him a green light to do, what the hell he wants, while he is constantly and, continually building upon his empire, teaching his kids correctly, giving them inheritance to businesses and, et cetera, man. All right. Verses 4 says, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead. Right. Because what? Your child carries that legacy. And like I said, if you my enemy, that you don't want to see that happen. You don't want to see, this man's children thrive and, grow. Okay, because what? They carry on, your legacy, man. All right. For he have left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful. It says, verse 6, he left behind him an avenger against his enemies, you see? And like I said, now in today's society, all that is gone. All right? There isn't no respect, no dignity, no legacy, no inheritance, in the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans family, man. That's why, like I said, it's vital that you raise your children correctly. But like I said, this situation isn't happening.